Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. So the ADA chart continues to be in the same pattern. It really looks like a bit of a sideways range that we're dealing with here at the moment. Bitcoin gives me the same vibes. I mean, it's been also on the Bitcoin chart, it's been like a few weeks now, or a couple of months actually, that we've been in the same range. And obviously the altcoins, including ADA, are affected by the same, you could say, sentiment. Yeah, it's sentiment overall. However, because we see Bitcoin dominance still rising, they are overall still suffering overall. Yeah, despite being in a larger range, but still you see that Bitcoin is clearly outperforming the altcoins, including ADA. I mean, this dip was significant, but ADA still found support where it needed to keep the yellow scenario alive. Yes, it was a sharp correction. Yes, we broke support, but it was not what I would call a sustained break. You clearly see the reaction to the upside was immense. I think it recovered 60% within a few hours. Yeah, roughly. So I think it was 50-60%. It recovered within a few hours. So support held, you know. That's the problem. We have to, every few months we get these large corrections in the altcoin sector. You can call them a mini crash or even a large crash. I think it was the largest liquidation since FTX. Yeah, recovery happened very quickly, but without any follow-through after that immediate recovery, right? So we have an immediate recovery, and now the market is in a sideways range, declining slightly, not impulsively, which is why I tentatively still look for higher prices, even though that correction, that sharp correction, that crash was a warning. But again, it is not what many people expect, you know, this so-called altcoin season. Some people call it yeah, it's not even an altcoin season. It's not. I mean, there was a mini one, maybe this rally, if you want to call it like that, but it wasn't really a season. It was just a couple of weeks of rally. So overall, it's let's say this cycle's altcoin season. If it happens, I don't believe it will be the same as in previous cycles. I've mentioned that again and again in many videos, also in Bitcoin videos, in our member live streams. And the reason is just the overall sentiment, which we can read from the Bitcoin chart, the long-term chart, which tells us we are not in the same wave, yeah, Elliott wave, as we were in the last cycle. And this has an impact on sentiment. Every structure in an Elliott wave language has a different market sentiment. And this one is different to the very bullish and hyped ones from 2017 and 2021. It is what it is. I can't change it. We can only react to it. We have to accept it. And then we can align with it in our strategies. So deep pullbacks are the norm in this cycle, and really altcoins are not performing as they did in the last cycle. But I would still look for higher prices on the ADA chart, mainly because this is a three-wave corrective pullback. There's still, I think, a reasonable prospect for another high in what I would call a fifth wave, which could lead to wave 5 of C, or even here the third wave in white, but that is speculative. So the white count is not preferred. I mentioned that many times. But still, in both of these, I would watch for one more high. The next correction could already send us, you know, to new lows, essentially. But we will have to see where we top. If it is the white count, there could still be another high afterwards, but I wouldn't rely on it. And the white wave 4 isn't really something you want to be involved in if you're in a long position. So because it would be quite dramatic as well from a sell-off point of view. So I think this here will be an area where we have to be on high alert for a major top. But for now, we have to pay attention to the smaller time frame to see if the market can actually form a recovery. Now let's take a look at the shorter time frame chart. Before we dive into the microstructure further, if you're interested, follow us on our new main channel, MCO Global. There's going to be a video every day or every couple of days. It's going to be more high-level, deeper analysis, different types of content, different formats, round about 10 to 20 minutes videos, maybe a little longer here and there. And it's just a different thing. It's the next level, and it is our new main channel. So make sure you follow this one as well if you're interested in crypto insights, but we're also going to talk about different asset classes. Now let's take a look at the shorter time frame chart, and here you can see the immediate recovery that we had after the Monday low, but I don't call it a clear 5-wave move. Yeah, for me this looks more like can make it a bit larger. So I call it more, yeah, a 1-2 setup, which would be bullish, but tentatively. So be on the side of caution. The pullback looks corrective, so I'm leaning higher overall. But short term, there is nothing that would suggest that a low is in. In fact, what we have is an A wave down, a B wave triangle. We talked about that yesterday. And after the last video then, the price broke out to the downside below this yellow trend line. And so we did this, and now there's a retest. And if that retest is successful, we could see further downside continuation into the orange support region for this yellow wave 2. Now, support is between 56.7 and 68.9 cents, and we want the market to hold above the 56-cent level ideally. Yeah? There is an additional level here that you can see. It's the 100% extension that's located at 66 cents, and it is typically an ideal target for such a C wave. So if we talk about this wave 2, it's an ABC structure. The B wave was a triangle, and the A wave and the C wave tend to have the same length. So one more low could send it to that level, and then I would pay attention to that level. Not a guarantee it will reverse there, you know, there's never a guarantee, but it is a level to watch, okay? It's a level to watch where the market could turn around and start the next leg to the upside. But if it doesn't do it from here, it could still do it from 65, 61, or 56 cents, but below 65, no, sorry, below 56 cents, below 56 cents, we can make a case that a more substantial top has actually already formed. So for now, I don't think there's anything that would suggest that a low is in. It would take minimally a break above 76 cents, and 82 cents would be a better signal to indicate that a low of sorts is formed. But because the pullback is corrective, I'm tentatively looking for higher prices. In the very short term, we could see another dip into the support region. However, that's the update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.